Hello fellow romance book lovers, thanks so much for stopping by my channel. My name is Kat. I talk about all the romance novels that I read on my channel here, and today's book is actually the second book in the duet. The book is called Blowback by Monica James. It's the Monsters Within Duet. I did a video on the first book, Bullseye, and then this is the second book. I will link Bullseye in the comment section below so you can check that out as well. I am a huge fan of Monica James. She's one of my all-time favorite authors. I've talked about her a few times on my channel, and I'm always super excited when she releases a new book. Blowback picks up right where Bullseye left off. This is definitely dark. I love that she is flexing her writing muscle and that she has now written a few books in the more dark category, but wow, she surprised me in this one. There is definitely blood, there is definitely a bit of violence, there is a lot of dark drama, there is some dark subject matter. The duet is about revenge, and she does not shy away from that. I like dark romance. I've read a bunch of dark romance. There's not a lot I shy away from. That being said, I couldn't necessarily only read like thrillers and murder mysteries. There needs to be something else with it. So that's why a dark romance is probably a great way for me to get that edgy stuff into my reading life. And the Monsters Within Duet is definitely dark. Bull is still on his trek to get even and get his revenge. I wasn't sure how far he would go. The story is very interesting in that the characters are kind of all connected in a way, and well, they kind of, yeah, most of them are all connected in a way. And I wasn't sure because he's kind of playing both sides, and definitely edge of your seat kind of drama, because he's figuring out who he can use to his advantage, and it was a lot. I had a lot of questions, and I had a lot of questions when I read Bullseye, and I'm so glad that all of the questions that I had, and then some, were answered in this book. I really liked Bull and Tiger as characters. One thing that I found kind of interesting at the end of this book was that although I really liked them and I was rooting for them and I cared about them and I wanted the best for them, I didn't connect with them so much, and that to me is kind of surprising with Monica's books. And I liked their story so much, and I wanted there to be a happily ever after for them, but there was just something about them that I wasn't able to go all in with them. But I love that they were different. I love that she pushed the envelope with their story. I loved how their love story there wasn't anything normal about it. I loved how Tiger, Lily is her name, how Lily wormed her way in a way, and I don't even know if that's the right word. They were just thrown together in this way that was so kind of outrageous and so, oh my gosh. I mean, you couldn't pick two people that shouldn't be together anymore. Well, I guess you could, but that shouldn't be together or fall in love more than they did, considering the way Monica wrote their story. Something that was really interesting to me was how Monica wrote Bull. And his name is Corey, but he goes by Bull because Corey is kind of lost. Corey is pushed down in his psyche. He is Bull, and Bull is the one that needs to get revenge. Bull is the man that was in prison. And he was imprisoned at a young age. I think he said he was like 16 or 17. And then he gets out and he's in his late 20s, I think. So when you think about that and those formidable years of your late teens and early 20s where you're trying to figure out who you are in the world, You learn about your personality, your wants, your needs. You learn about sex and relationships. You learn about intimacy. You learn about love. You develop who you are within your family. Bull had none of that. He was in prison. So it was really interesting to me the way Monica wrote him and how Lily coming into his life, and it's not, like I said, it is not rainbows and butterflies with them, but how Lily was able to give him and have him experience the things that he missed while he was in prison. And at first I wondered if he had some personality challenges, and because he was so incredibly closed off, both emotionally and physically. So I wondered if she was writing a person that was challenged in a way. But then as their story goes along and how what she brings to his life and other people he meets, there's some great secondary characters in this book. Paul, Venus, Lotus, these are people that come into his life and give him something that he had no idea he was missing. And there's an innocence to that, which I thought Monica wrote really, really well. So that was the shining light in this book for me, was watching his transformation back to Corey, back to, I mean, Bull was still in there at the end for certain because that's just the way he is. But seeing him become Corey by the end of the book, with everything that they went through, was really wonderful and very touching for me, and exactly what I needed from this book. The action is constant in this second book. This is where everything goes down. This is where Bull is finally getting what he thinks he wants. And he has these chances along the way to be different and to make a different decision and to not do what he was on his path to do. And I kind of love that she stuck with it and that Bull stuck with it, as horrible as that sounds. But he never gave up with his eye on the prize. But as he's evolving as a character, and these other people are coming into his lives and he's feeling these different feelings and having situations and all of that, he tried to make that path work. And he might have taken a turn or like a semicircle, but he still got to all the places he needed to go, as dark as those places were and as, you know, tortured as those places were. He still kept doing what he needed to do. Monica writes really great bad guys. I mean, these other characters that were like the bad guys, I just had like the heebie-jeebies, and they just gave me the yuck. I know that's like, I seriously need to like come up with like a vocabulary sheet to like sit off camera over here so I can draw on some better words. But the slime characters in this book, you feel that. And it was very like, I just wanted them to get their due. And I knew Bull was the guy to give it to them. And I hoped that he was going to give it to them. And they deserved it. And Monica didn't let us down in that department. Bull and Tiger have very interesting chemistry. It really goes from 0 to 60 with them. They have this underlying obvious attraction to each other, but it's a tortured attraction to each other. And they both try to deny it and they both dance around it, but then it's explosive when it happens. And I thought that the sexy time in this book was like very sexy, because you know all the emotions that are tied behind it. You know what Bull is going through to be able to engage in that with her. And you know how Tiger feels on her end, feeling attracted to him. There's a constant edge to them. And there were definitely plenty of times where I did not see them together at the end at all. I would love for you to check out the other videos I have done on Monica's previous series, which is called the All the Pretty Things trilogy. They are dark romance type books, and I would definitely recommend those as well. I would love for you to take a second to hit the subscribe button, and that way you will be notified when I upload a new video. And also, while you're down there, hit the like button. It does really help this video get noticed by the YouTube algorithm, which helps my channel and of course Monica's presence here on YouTube. Let me know if you have read Bullseye or Blowback in the comments below. I would love to hear your thoughts as well. Thanks so much for hanging out with me today, guys. I hope you are staying safe and healthy, and I will see you very soon. Bye.